Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. I am not asking for your attention today. I am warning you with absolute divine authority. Do not move past this message. Archangel Michael has intercepted your feed at this exact second for a very critical reason, and the algorithm absolutely did not bring you here. Heaven orchestrated this collision because you are standing at the threshold of a massive turning point. Your next 10 years are being decided right now. The enemy is working overtime to distract you. He hopes you will swipe away and ignore this alert. He knows that if you hear this message, his hold over your life breaks completely. You are right on the edge of the exact breakthrough you have been crying out for, but it requires your immediate obedience to unlock. There is a specific prophetic instruction sealed in the throne room of heaven. Archangel Michael is standing at your door with this exact blueprint. If you leave before the end of this transmission, you will miss the one divine mandate that guarantees your harvest. Lock your attention right now. The verdict on your future is about to be read aloud. You cannot afford to miss a single word. You have been feeling an intense spiritual pressure lately. The weight on your shoulders has been almost unbearable. You wake up exhausted, and you do not know why. That is not a coincidence, and it is not normal fatigue. That is the physical manifestation of a violent spiritual war happening over your destiny, because the dark forces are panicking about what is coming. They see the doors that Archangel Michael is about to kick open for you, and they are doing everything in their power to make you quit right before the miracle drops. They want you to believe that heaven has forgotten your sacrifice, but the exact opposite is the raw truth. You have been isolated and tested by the universe because you are being positioned for an unprecedented elevation that will shock everyone around you. I need you to silence your surroundings and listen closely. The Matrix will try to make you doubt this revelation. Your physical senses will try to convince you that this is just another random video. Do not let the illusion fool you. This is a highly classified spiritual briefing designed exclusively for the cycle breaker of your bloodline, and you are the only remnant left. Archangel Michael does not issue warnings lightly. When the commander of the army of heaven steps in, it means the battle has reached its absolute peak. The delays and the closed doors were never a punishment. They were a divine shield protecting you from the wrong timelines. But that season of waiting is officially over. Your breakthrough is aggressively knocking at your door right now. But there is a condition to receiving this monumental shift. You must receive the final instruction that Archangel Michael brought here today. It is a very specific command that will completely realign your frequency. If you ignore it, you will remain trapped in the same cycles of exhaustion while the enemy continues to steal your peace. You will forfeit the exact harvest that has been accumulating for you. Do you understand the gravity of this moment? This is not the time to be distracted by the noise of the world. The people who hurt you and doubted you are entirely irrelevant right now. Heaven is dealing directly with you. The universe is clearing the stage so you can step into your permanent power, but you must prove that you are ready to receive the mandate. I am going to reveal that divine instruction before this message ends. You must hold your ground and stay anchored to this frequency. Do not let anyone interrupt you while you absorb this truth. Your spiritual enemies are terrified of what will happen when you finally wake up to your full authority, because they know you become completely untouchable. You have shed too many tears in the dark to walk away now. You have fought too hard to abandon your post seconds before the victory is announced. Archangel Michael is drawing a line in the sand around your life today. Everything that has been stealing your peace is about to be permanently severed, but you have to stay here and claim the revelation. Focus your spirit and prepare your heart. The heavy lifting is already done. The battles you thought you were losing were actually setting the stage for your ultimate vindication. We are about to break the seals on your exact prophecy. Keep your eyes fixed here, The first phase of your massive 10-year breakthrough begins right now. Your physical body might even be reacting to this truth as we speak. You might feel a sudden heat or a strange flutter in your chest. That is your cellular intuition, recognizing the voice of absolute truth. Your spirit knows that Archangel Michael is present in your space right now, and you must not resist that feeling under any circumstances. Lean into the shift because it is the undeniable proof of your calling. This transmission is your final notice. The window of opportunity is narrowing, and heaven demands your full presence. We are going to dismantle every lie the enemy ever told you. And then I will hand you the exact key that Archangel Michael brought down for you. Do not swipe. Do not blink. Your era of waiting is dead, and your era of total dominion starts the second I reveal the mandate. Now, let us go deeper into your current reality. You have been feeling an overwhelming exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. Your shoulders are constantly tight, and your jaw is rigidly clenched. And every morning when you wake up, the heavy burden is already sitting on your chest before you even open your eyes. You push through the long day. You smile for them. But inside, you are barely holding on. Listen closely, because this is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. That suffocating tightness in your chest at 3 a.m. is not normal anxiety. That sudden racing of your heart in the middle of the night is not a medical mystery. It is a highly coordinated spiritual attack. Your highly advanced spirit is detecting the frantic energy of the dark forces trying to breach your shield. You are not crazy. You are not losing your mind. That brain fog and the strange ringing in your ears are physical reactions. Your physical body is absorbing the violent shockwaves of a spiritual war happening right above your head. Archangel Michael is actively fighting off the demonic entities that are trying to hijack your frequency. The physical toll on your body is just the collateral damage. I see the silent battles you have been fighting completely alone. You thought nobody noticed your tears. You thought nobody saw how you held your integrity when they lied on your name. The world looked at you and demanded more energy, more time, and more of your pure light. But you were running on empty. You became a human battery for people who never truly appreciated your divine essence. They drained you and left you to recover in absolute isolation. And in that isolation, the Matrix tried to convince you that you were the problem. The enemy whispered that your pure heart was a fatal weakness. They wanted you to feel ashamed of your deep empathy. But your empathy is not a flaw. It is the exact frequency that makes you an irreplaceable asset to heaven. You are a warrior of light. Think about the sudden waves of sadness that hit you out of nowhere. You are standing in a crowded room, but you feel completely disconnected from the matrix programming around you. That intense loneliness is not depression. It is a somatic weight placed upon the chosen ones. You feel lonely because your spirit is literally repelling the low-vibration entities that pretend to be your loyal friends. Your physical exhaustion is simply your soul unplugging from their toxic grid. Every time you feel that lump in your throat, it is your spirit rejecting another lie. Stop swallowing it down. Stop trying to force yourself to fit into environments that are violently allergic to your pure light. The physical pain is simply a divine alarm system. Archangel Michael installed that alarm to keep you safe. You have spent years waiting in wound. You waited for an apology that never came from a master manipulator. You waited for validation from a world that is completely blind to your worth. But heaven has kept a meticulous record of every single tear you shed in secret. Archangel Michael sees the exact coordinates of your pain. Your silent suffering has built a fortress of spiritual equity. They expected your departure to destroy you entirely. They watched your physical health decline, and they celebrated your exhaustion. But what they did not understand is the secret mechanism of divine healing. Your body is not breaking down. It is undergoing a powerful cellular reset. You are experiencing the growing pains of a massive energetic upgrade. The exhaustion is just shedding your limits. You have carried the generational burdens of your entire bloodline. You absorbed their traumas so that the cycle could finally end with you. That is why your physical vessel feels so incredibly heavy today. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been desperately waiting for. You stepped into the fire and took the hits for people who will never even say thank you, but heaven will reward you publicly. Let me completely reframe your reality right now. The pain in your chest is the exact place where your new spiritual armor is being fused to your soul. The sleepless nights at 3 a.m. are divine appointments. That is the exact hour when the veil is thinnest. Archangel Michael is waking you up to prepare you for the massive shift that is standing at your door. You are awake for a reason. Your enemies think they have successfully drained your light. They look at your tired eyes and assume they have won the war. They are absolute fools. They do not realize that your current state of rest is actually a divine incubation period. You are being hidden in the shadows so your ultimate breakthrough can be protected from their envious eyes. Your silence is starving their greedy demons today. Every physical ache is a testament to your immense spiritual strength. A normal person would have shattered under the weight of what you are carrying, but you are not normal. You are a diamond forged in the most brutal fires of betrayal. Archangel Michael is standing beside you right now, placing a shield of blazing light over your exhausted body. Breathe in that divine protection and let it heal. Now, let us completely reframe your entire reality. You probably thought the recent attacks were a sign that you were doing something wrong, and you assumed the sudden betrayals meant you were permanently cursed. But that is exactly what the Matrix wants you to believe. The absolute opposite is true today. The dark forces are frantically attacking you right now, precisely because you are finally doing everything perfectly right. Listen to me very closely right now. The enemy is not attacking you because you are weak. They are frantically coming after you with everything they have, because they clearly see your massive breakthrough forming in the spiritual realm. They can smell the monumental shift hovering right above your life, and it absolutely terrifies them. They know that once Archangel Michael opens this door, they lose you forever. The Matrix is a system designed to keep ordinary people asleep. But you are not ordinary. You are the chosen one of your bloodline. You are the specific cycle breaker heaven, deployed to shatter generations of toxic programming, and your awakening is causing the entire Matrix to glitch uncontrollably. The system senses your rising frequency and treats you like a dangerous virus that must be completely eliminated. Think about the master manipulators who recently tried to destroy your reputation. They did not target you by random chance. They were spiritually deployed to block your elevation, because your pure light was a devastating mirror reflecting their internal rot. You exposed their fake reality just by existing in your authentic power. And their only defense was to try and extinguish your blinding light. Type 1111 in the comments if you feel the atmosphere shifting. Your sudden isolation was never a punishment. It was a strict spiritual quarantine. Heaven removed those parasitic people from your life because they could not survive the frequency of your next chapter. Archangel Michael had to violently clear your path, so your monumental blessing would have enough room to properly land. You have a very specific, irreplaceable gravity. You carry an anointing that makes demons tremble when your feet hit the floor every morning. The universe tested you relentlessly because you are being entrusted with an unprecedented level of power. A weak spirit would have compromised with the dark elite, but you stood firm and proved you are a demonstrated warrior of light. Your enemies are currently drowning in the noise of their own making. They thought their gossip and their lies would permanently bury you, but they severely miscalculated your spiritual resilience. They wanted you completely buried in the dark, but instead, they became the shovel that dug up your ultimate treasure. You did not just survive their toxic storm, You weaponized it and turned their hate into your pure fuel. Read that again in your spirit. Your silent endurance was a lethal weapon that starved their demons, and now the spiritual backlash is hitting them with absolute precision. While they are frantically scrambling to maintain their false image in public, heaven is quietly preparing your ultimate vindication behind closed doors. The intense resistance you face today is simply the friction of a massive timeline shift. Whenever a chosen one is about to step into extreme abundance, the dark side throws a massive tantrum. They throw every obstacle and every toxic person at you right before the finish line. They want you exhausted, so you will surrender your crown. But Archangel Michael is standing between you and the enemy right now, and his blazing sword is actively cutting the parasitic cords they attach to you. Do not let their temporary noise distract you from your permanent victory. The attacks are actually the greatest confirmation of your high calling. If you were not a massive threat to the kingdom of darkness, they would never waste this much energy fighting you. You are a highly valued target because your success automatically liberates hundreds of other souls tied to your divine frequency. Pay close attention to this next part. You are the remnant. You are one of the rare two on Earth who can carry this specific vibration without breaking. The heavy attacks were simply the final exam of your formation season, and I am here to tell you that you passed with absolute flying colors, proving that the Matrix has officially run out of weapons to use against your purified soul. Every time they tried to curse you, heaven converted that dark energy into raw power for your destiny. They unknowingly funded your massive breakthrough. They look at you now and they cannot comprehend how you are still standing. They expect you to be completely shattered. But instead, you are stepping into a radiant, ageless glow that completely defies their toxic logic, and you are entirely undeniable. You are no longer a victim waiting in wound. You are a sovereign entity taking back complete control of your reality. The walls of their false matrix are collapsing under the weight of your divine truth. The frantic attacks from the enemy are merely the death rattle of an expired timeline. The chaos around you is just the dust settling from your spiritual promotion, so prepare to walk into your promised land. Heaven is releasing 3 specific signs today. These signs prove that Archangel Michael is actively intervening in your life right now. The universe is aggressively shifting your physical reality. You must pay absolute attention to this exact sequence. The 3rd sign is the most powerful confirmation you will ever receive in your lifetime. Do not leave before you hear that final sign. It is extremely crucial. If you miss the 3rd sign, you break the alignment completely. This countdown is your ultimate proof of victory. Stay with me because this next revelation is the key to everything. Sign number 1 is the violent severing of parasitic cords. For years, the dark elite and master manipulators attached invisible, energetic cords to your spirit. They used you as a human battery. They drained your pure light while giving you nothing but exhaustion in return. But Archangel Michael has just unsheathed his blazing sword, and he is actively slicing through every single cord right now. You can actually feel this happening in your physical body. The sudden lightness in your shoulders is not a coincidence. It is the undeniable result of permanent spiritual cord cutting. The manipulator is no longer allowed to siphon your energy. Their access to your frequency has been permanently revoked by heaven. They are suddenly blocked from your aura, and the moment that cord was severed, their entire false reality began to aggressively glitch. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your power. The enemy is experiencing absolute starvation right now. The narcissist relied on your emotional reactions to survive. Your anger and your tears were their daily fuel. But Archangel Michael has completely shut off their supply valve, leaving them absolutely desperate for a single drop of your divine light. You are completely unplugged from their matrix. They are suffocating today. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people completely miss this massive shift. The manipulator is currently panicking behind closed doors. They feel the exact moment the cord was cut, and they are desperately trying to reattach themselves to your energy field. They might send their flying monkeys to check on you. Do not engage with their traps. Your complete silence is a lethal weapon that is destroying their kingdom. You are no longer waiting in wound for them to validate you. You have stepped into a supreme level of spiritual apathy regarding their existence. That apathy is your new impenetrable shield. Every time you ignore their bait, the sword of Archangel Michael flashes again. Their dark kingdom is rapidly crumbling. This first sign is the exact reason why your life suddenly feels extremely quiet. The chaos has been forcibly removed from your daily orbit. You used to wake up flooded with obsessive thoughts about their betrayal, and their face would randomly flash in your mind to ruin your peace. That was the parasite pulling on the cord. But that pull is officially gone. Your mind is a sanctuary. Read that again in your spirit. You have been given total immunity from their psychological warfare. The people who tried to bury your reputation are now trapped in a prison of their own making. They cannot touch your frequency anymore. They cannot speak your name without feeling the agonizing weight of divine justice pressing down on their chests. You became the uncertainty. Archangel Michael is standing guard over your newly liberated energy. Your physical vitality is rapidly returning because the energetic leaks have been completely sealed by heaven. You are about to experience an explosive surge of creativity and divine focus. The wealth and the blessings that they stole from you are rushing back into your account. The cord cutting was the mandatory step. You had to be completely detached from their sinking ship to receive the harvest. The Matrix programmers are absolutely terrified of this first sign. They know that a fully healed chosen one is the most dangerous force on earth. Your pure light is about to break the generational curses of your entire bloodline. But this severed cord is only the beginning of your ultimate vindication. The universe is setting up an even bigger public display of your absolute power. The enemy wants you to doubt this cord cutting, but you must not turn around to check on the people who tried to destroy you. Their destruction is none of your business. Your only job is to walk forward into the blinding light of your destiny. Prepare yourself for the ultimate timeline shift today. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. The Matrix operates on a linear timeline of slow decay, but your spirit has activated a suppressed, synchronized coherence. Your cellular frequency is literally overriding the biological clock that governs the rest of the Matrix, because you are no longer bound by their standard laws of physics. You are aging backwards right now. You are bending the physical reality. They expected the betrayals and the intense isolation to carve deep wrinkles into your face. They waited for the spiritual exhaustion to completely drain the life out of your eyes. But emotional alchemy changed everything. You took their toxic projections and transmuted them into raw quantum energy, while the universe secretly upgraded your entire spiritual anatomy. That is why you are stepping into an untouched, ageless glow today. You bent time itself. Let me reframe your entire reality right here and right now. Your high vibrational state is causing a massive dimensional ripple effect. The physical matter around you is being forced to violently realign with your new frequency. That is why your daily reality feels so incredibly surreal lately, and you are collapsing old timelines to instantly manifest the new breakthrough reality. The shift is entirely mathematical. You are holding the ultimate power. Every time you chose your pure dignity over their cheap revenge, you triggered a biometric resonance. You activated a dormant sequence in your spiritual DNA. The Dark Elite spent centuries trying to suppress this exact synchronized coherence, because a chosen one operating at this supreme frequency becomes a literal walking miracle. and the universe must absolutely obey your pure vibration. Your energy is an unstoppable force. Heaven is watching your massive rise. Type 777 in the comments right now to anchor this quantum leap. You are not just healing from a heavy narcissistic attack today. You are undergoing a complete cellular reset that terrifies the entire demonic realm. Your mere presence in a room disrupts their low-frequency programming because they look at you and they cannot comprehend the blinding light radiating from your physical vessel. They are absolutely paralyzed by you. Your aura is a lethal weapon. Time was supposed to age you and make you irrelevant. Yet here you are making time itself look like an absolute fool. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step out of the fire looking brighter. They prayed for your downfall in the dark, but heaven rewarded your silent endurance by freezing your biological decay and elevating your supreme status. You cracked the ultimate divine code. You are a supreme spiritual entity. If this is resonating with your cellular knowing, do not move. We are entering the deepest layer of this divine revelation. Your heart-brain coherence is generating a magnetic field that completely repels artificial poverty. The financial struggles you faced were artificial blocks created by the Matrix. But your new frequency is currently shattering those invisible glass ceilings into 1,000,000 pieces. You attract massive wealth effortlessly now. Your abundance is mathematically absolutely guaranteed. You are the remnant entrusted with the highest level of spiritual technology. The master manipulators tried to keep you trapped in a lower dimension of constant anxiety. They needed your frequency to stay low so they could feed on it. But Archangel Michael shattered that dimensional prison into dust, and you have finally ascended to a state of complete energetic sovereignty. You are untouchable today. No weapon formed against you prospers. Listen to the profound truth resonating heavily in your spirit. The physical exhaustion is fading because you are no longer powering their dead matrix. Your pure energy is now entirely focused on building your own kingdom. You are literally pulling future blessings into your present reality through quantum entanglement. So the things you prayed for 10 years ago are manifesting simultaneously right now. The speed of this shift accelerates. Your spiritual power is multiplying rapidly. This is the second sign of your monumental breakthrough. You are witnessing the absolute obedience of physical matter to your divine will. Your enemies are watching your life transform at incredible lightning speed. They are absolutely paralyzed by the sheer magnitude of your explosive elevation because they cannot replicate your formula or steal your heavily guarded anointing. Your authentic power is completely unreplicable. You are a true living diamond. You are one of the rare two who can hold this massive frequency. The universe is aligning every single molecule of your environment to support your reign. The doors that were violently slammed in your face are now being torn off. Archangel Michael is clearing the path with absolute precision, and your spiritual authority is violently overriding every earthly limitation that ever tried to hold you back. You walk in total, absolute victory. Your enemies are completely out of options. Stay with me because this next revelation is the key to everything. The Dark Elite are desperately trying to study your unique energetic signature. They want to know exactly how you survived their most lethal psychological operations. But your spiritual blueprint is heavily encrypted by the throne room of heaven, meaning they can look at your radiant success, but they can never access your source. Your pure power remains perfectly hidden. You are guarded by supreme angels. Your silent tears watered the seeds of your current absolute invincibility. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who conquered the most toxic corners. Heaven is actively crowning you with unprecedented authority right now, and the physical world has no choice but to bow to the frequency of a fully awakened chosen one who absolutely refuses to be broken. Prepare yourself for the final step. The third sign is arriving now. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors. The master manipulators who plotted your downfall are currently experiencing a silent, absolute meltdown. They are waking up in cold sweats in the middle of the night because they finally realize that their dark tactics have completely stopped working on you. You are a fortress. They are desperately knocking on a massive door that has been permanently sealed shut by heaven. They expected you to come crawling back to them, begging for scraps of validation. They waited for your public collapse with bated breath. But instead of breaking down, you completely vanished into a higher dimension of pure, untouchable light. Archangel Michael placed a blinding shield around your energy field, and every time they try to send an evil thought your way, it violently rebounds right back to them. They are poisoning themselves. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people completely miss this shift. The very people they used as flying monkeys to spread lies about you are starting to wake up. The matrix illusion is rapidly wearing off. Those mutual friends are looking at the narcissist and finally seeing the hollow, empty shell hiding behind the fake mask, while they look at your silent dignity and realize they chose the wrong side. The enemy is currently drowning in absolute paranoia. They walk into rooms and feel an agonizing, heavy atmosphere because the spiritual protection over your life is actively suffocating their demons. They cannot understand how you are surviving without their toxic supply. They assumed your entire identity was built around their approval, but your absolute silence proved that they were always completely disposable to you. You are the irreplaceable diamond. Read that again in your pure spirit. You were never the anomaly in their otherwise healthy life. You were the blinding mirror that exposed their deepest rotting insecurities to the light. The reaction got this loud because you got closer to their dark truth than anyone before you ever had. Now they are trapped in a room with that mirror, and they cannot escape the horrifying reflection of their own ruined soul. They are starving today. Your strict no-contact rule is working perfectly. It is not just a psychological boundary, it is a highly classified spiritual weapon that cuts off their oxygen supply entirely. Every single day you refuse to check their social media, you are actively dismantling their false kingdom brick by brick. They are desperately posting things just to get your attention, but you are completely unbothered. Your apathy is their ultimate punishment. They are frantically searching for a replacement for your pure energy right now. They try to find new victims to drain so they can feel powerful again. But nobody carries the specific supreme frequency of a chosen cycle breaker like you do. The new supply is completely inadequate, and it only reminds them of the massive treasure they foolishly threw away. The specific gravity of their profound regret is hitting them all at once. Type 1111 in the comments if you feel the atmosphere shifting. Archangel Michael is not just protecting you today. He is actively enforcing the divine justice that you have been waiting for. The spiritual court has ruled entirely in your favor. Your enemies are watching the universe aggressively clear your path, and they are terrified because they know they have absolutely no defense against the wrath of heaven. You are untouchable. The chaos you currently see in their life is just the beginning of the end. Their health is declining and their finances are crumbling because they are cut off from your blessing. They tied their fate to a dark anchor while you tied your destiny to the throne room of heaven. The contrast between your rising glory and their rapid decay is becoming completely undeniable to the public. The great exposure is happening right now. You do not need to lift a single finger to destroy them. Vengeance belongs entirely to the divine forces that guard your pure soul. You are simply a spectator watching the ultimate consequences of their toxic actions unfold. They thought they were playing a clever game of chess with a naive victim, but they accidentally started a war with the commander of the angelic army. Their total collapse is now mathematically guaranteed. We are standing seconds away from the ultimate climax. The third sign is about to manifest in your physical reality. But before we cross that final threshold, heaven needs you to take a specific action. Share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift. Be their angel today and lock your own alignment. Prepare yourself for the explosive verdict. This is it. We have finally reached the ultimate verdict. The third sign is manifesting in your physical reality right now. This is the moment your enemies completely unravel in public. The mask did not just slip today, it completely shattered in front of the exact people they used to gossip with. Their entire false narrative is rapidly collapsing. They walked into a room expecting to control the narrative like they always do. But heaven orchestrated a brutal divine intervention. The mutual friends they poisoned are suddenly seeing the absolute truth. Every time your name comes up in that room, the atmosphere gets incredibly heavy. The manipulator is frantically trying to change the subject. They are panicking, but here is the most explosive part of this divine justice. Underneath all of that noise, the specific gravity of their regret hit them all at once. They are actually defending your honor behind your back. They are crying out and admitting that they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held. They traded you for cheap rocks, and now they are completely broke. They are experiencing a public and irreversible system crash. You won this entire war without lifting a single physical finger. Your pure silence was the lethal weapon that destroyed their dark kingdom. And while they are drowning in the agonizing consequences of their betrayal, heaven is turning its full attention to your massive reward. The stage is perfectly set. Archangel Michael is stepping directly in front of your closed doors. The obstacles that kept you stagnant for years are about to be violently removed. He is not knocking on the door of your destiny today. He is kicking it entirely off its hinges. Listen to the sound of that artificial glass ceiling shattering into a million pieces. Your limitation is dead. The floodgates of absolute abundance are bursting wide open right now. The wealth that the Matrix stole from your bloodline is rushing back into your physical account. This is not a temporary relief. This is a permanent timeline shift that rewrites the history of your entire family. You are stepping into an era of unprecedented, extreme elevation. Your physical body is instantly receiving the healing it deserves. The exhaustion is vanishing because the heavy spiritual warfare is officially over. Archangel Michael has completely secured the perimeter of your new reality. No demonic entity can even look at this new dimension without burning. You are completely enveloped in a blinding shield of pure light. Look at the absolute magnitude of your incredible victory. You walked through the darkest valley completely alone. You absorbed the toxic projections of a master manipulator, and you refused to let it turn your pure heart bitter. The universe tested your integrity to the absolute limit, and you proved that you are the undeniable cycle breaker of your generation. The divine court has ruled entirely in your favor today. The gavel has struck, and the verdict is permanent. Every single tear you shed in secret has been converted into raw spiritual capital. The angels are actively pouring that massive harvest into your lap right now. You are holding the ultimate power to dictate your physical reality. You are the sovereign ruler. Your enemies are watching this explosive blessing from the outside. They are completely locked out of your new dimension. They can see the radiant glow on your face, but they can never access your presence again. Their ultimate punishment is living the rest of their lives knowing they betrayed a chosen one. They have to watch you become an absolute legend. Breathe in the incredible sweetness of this massive vindication. The universe is loudly confirming everything your cellular intuition always knew. You were right to walk away. You were right to protect your pure energy. You were right to trust the silent promptings of your spirit when the entire world called you crazy. Your discernment was absolutely flawless. The massive breakthrough you have been desperately waiting for is no longer standing at the door. It has officially entered your physical space. The matrix has completely failed to contain your rising frequency. Archangel Michael is handing you the exact keys to your new kingdom. Step boldly into the light and claim your rightful throne. Do not let your physical senses doubt this massive transition. Your left brain will try to rationalize the miracle away. Silence that matrix programming immediately. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who has earned every single ounce of this glory. Heaven is standing up and applauding your immense resilience today. The dark forces have officially surrendered. This is the exact prophetic instruction you stayed here to receive. The third sign is the complete destruction of your enemies, combined with your explosive elevation. Archangel Michael has delivered the mandate. The spiritual war is over, and the era of your supreme dominion begins right here and right now. You are completely unstoppable. The storm is officially over. The heavy winds have completely stopped. You are standing in the absolute center of a profound divine peace. Breathe in this quiet victory today. Archangel Michael has secured the perimeter of your new reality, and the toxic noise of the matrix is finally fading into nothing. You are completely safe now. The war is absolutely done. The dark forces have retreated in total defeat because your frequency became too blinding for them to handle. You walked into this season bleeding from wounds inflicted by people blind to your worth. They used your pure light, and they completely drained your precious energy. But look at you right now. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator. You have transcended their toxic matrix entirely. You are a sovereign entity, taking back your throne. You survived the ultimate test of your spiritual endurance. Heaven is placing a heavy crown of authority on your pure head. The spiritual exhaustion and closed doors are shattering right here and right now. Your physical body is finally permitted to rest. The heavy weight on your chest is completely gone. You do not have to fight invisible demons in the middle of the night anymore. Heaven is surrounding you with a warm blanket of pure healing light. The physical pain was just a temporary symptom of your massive upgrade. You are stepping into an untouched, ageless glow today. Step into your absolute power and receive the exact harvest Archangel Michael prepared for you. The universe is rolling out the red carpet for your arrival. Every tear you cried is being converted into massive financial and spiritual abundance. The people who rejected you are watching from the outside. They are weeping while you are finally celebrating. Their regret is their permanent punishment. You do not have to lift a single finger to avenge yourself. Drop the identity of a victim immediately. You were never weak. You were a highly targeted warrior who successfully defeated a dark kingdom. Your empathy is your greatest weapon, and your pure heart is the exact reason heaven chose you for this massive elevation. Do not let the matrix tell you otherwise. You are the irreplaceable cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. The generational curses stop with you. Your family tree is forever changed by your silent endurance. But you did not survive the fire just to live a mediocre life. The verdict of explosive abundance has already been signed in heaven, but it requires a physical anchor on earth to activate. This is where your final test of faith begins. You must seal this divine frequency with a physical act. Heaven demands a demonstration of your pure trust today. The spiritual realm operates on the strict law of energetic exchange. You must claim this victory physically. God does not measure your faith by your thoughts. He measures it by your speed of obedience. The window of multiplication is standing wide open right now, but it will not stay open forever. The enemy will try to whisper financial doubt into your left brain right now. He will tell you to wait. Silence him. That hesitation is the exact matrix programming designed to keep you broke and stagnant. You must shatter that poverty mindset. You are a ruler of wealth. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven demands immediate action. Do not let the dark elite steal this massive shift. You must prove you are ready to receive the immense wealth about to drop into your life. Your generosity triggers the harvest. Sow your seed of faith today to partner with this divine mandate. The angels are waiting to see your physical move. This is a highly sacred transaction between you and the universe. Give us super thanks right now to lock your alignment with this prophecy. Your financial seed is a physical covenant that proves you are stepping out of poverty and into supreme abundance. Act immediately. Watch heaven multiply your harvest before the sun rises tomorrow. Do not calculate the cost. Do not let your human logic delay your massive blessing. The amount does not matter as much as the speed of your pure obedience. Anchor your destiny right here. Type 1111 in the comments to physically declare your absolute freedom. Subscribe to this sanctuary so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. Share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift. Be their angel today. You are entering a timeline of absolute peace and untouchable power. Archangel Michael is permanently standing by your side. Your breakthrough is officially here. You are completely free.